Hi everyone, hello to all of you and a very good evening. Welcome to the session. If I may know how many of you can hear me and see me properly, if you guys can hear me and see me properly. Is everything okay? Good to go? Okay, so those watching me for the first time, I am Niharika John Mehra, your faculty of English here on CGB Mentors. मेरे सेशंस कुछ इस तरीके से होते हैं 1:30 PM I take classes Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. I give classes and अभी हम EPFO की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं 8 PM daily जो क्लास हो रही है. That's an editorial class and this is a very important class because this covers your comprehension, this covers your grammar and vocab and whatnot. So it's like a full package for all of you, those who actually have some time crunch and want to cover a lot, and even for those who are newcomers and they want to give equal time in understanding and learning English as well. Okay, so this is the session for you. Jaldi se like or share kar do. What we are going to do here is we will start with skimming. We will go to vocabulary part, learn some new words. If you already know, then it's a good revision for you. We'll do a little bit of grammar spotting practice so that you understand the structure of the sentence and grammar better. And फिर हम करेंगे MCQs to help you with little bit of like memory exercise, mind exercise for you all, and some mirror detection questions. So ये सारा इसी order में हम करने वाले हैं. And this is a well-known topic you can already see taken from the Hindu at today's editorial. This article is from there. तो अभी आपको क्या करना है? You have to skim, है ना? Skip and read. Don't read all the details. Don't translate. Don't try to lip sync. Don't try to pronounce each and every word. Sometimes you just look at the word and you know what it means. So you don't go into the details. Take a mental picture of it and just try and understand what exactly author wants to say. That's what we do. Okay. So I hope आप सभी ने like और share कर दिया है. And we will start now with a timer of 2.5 minutes. This is the time that you will get to read. Also, in once you're done reading, in one line or two, you have to summarize this article. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Very good. Deepak, you can summarize now in one line or two. You have still like 45 seconds. So please go ahead. Okay. I'll explain what is written. You can cross check if you have understood the same thing or not. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि जो आप समझे वो कुछ और ही था, actually कुछ और ही है. So prime message that is on India's strong line and Pakistan. Of course, the hot issue going on. India must mobilize global opinion against Pakistan's nuclear threats. Mobilizing opinion मतलब कि एक दिशा देना, रीडायरेक्ट करना और ध्यान लेकर आना. तो ग्लोबल ओपिनियन लेकर आना चाहिए अगेंस्ट द थ्रेट्स, न्यूक्लियर थ्रेट्स बाय पाकिस्तान. सो लेट्स सी ऑथर क्या क्या बोल रहा है यहाँ पे. PM Narendra Modi's address to the nation on Monday night and his visit to Adampur base of IAF in Punjab on the front lines with Pakistan on Tuesday were reassuring for the nation that has been in the midst of a volatile conflict. So two things happened. It was kind of a reassurance, something that gave us more motivation and some kind of assurance. That was the PM Modi's address to the nation and his visit to the base. So this happened. This is simply the record of past. Mr. Modi reiterated India's revised strategy. Now, the strategy that we have been following, he repeated it. Reiterate karna matlab repeat karna. Of responding to terrorism with clarity and resolve. So he mentioned this thing again, how we are going to respond. For one, India is no longer willing to concede the fig leaf. Okay, fig leaf is cover up, some kind of camouflage, dikhawa. So India is no longer willing to concede the fig leaf on an explanation often offered by Pakistan. तो ये जो दिखावा है, जो कैमोफ्लॉज है, उस पर हम और अग्री नहीं करेंगे that terrorists were non-state actors acting independently of the state. That means Pakistan as a country has nothing to do with the terrorists. They are acting out of their own plans and will. This is what Pakistan has been saying. But this time, India is no longer willing to agree to this point. Operation Sindoor is ongoing. It is, again, it is not over. But it is also a continuation of this new approach, which earlier manifested less successfully in the surgical strikes of 16 and Balakot airstrikes of 2019. Earlier also, we were not willing to agree that this is not the country's attack, but some independent group acting out of a country. But now we are strongly believing that the strategy should be not to agree with this thing. India is willing to engage with Pakistan diplomatically. So, passively, without a war, India wants to engage with Pakistan. But only on the central and relevant question of terrorism, but only on this point of central and relevant question of terrorism that is emanating from, coming from, originating from that country, and the status of POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. Mr. Modi also made it clear that India would stay the course on the decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty. So also another thing happened was we won't change the decision that was taken to suspend the Waters Treaty. Though Mr. Modi did not directly join issue with US President Donald Trump on his claim. So there was a claim made by Donald Trump that his administration brokered, that means it negotiated the understanding between New Delhi and Islamabad. He was categorical in his assertion. Categorical मतलब बहुत ही स्पष्ट होना, बहुत ही clear cut होना, and assertion is the statement. So he was clear in his statement, okay, that India would be guided entirely by its national interest. We will see what we have to do in deciding its future course of action, okay. So, not saying anything against what Donald Trump said, he claimed that he was the one who negotiated peace. We will do what we think is good for our country. Okay. Further moves by India will depend on how Pakistan responds to the changed approach of India and new reality. So, next move Pakistan ka kya hoga? Our move will be as per that. Modi's visit to Adampur, 100 km from the border and also a site of India's Russian-made air defense system, disproved Pakistan's claim. Abhi, Modi's visit to this place disproved the claim that the base was hit during the recent military face-off. Pakistan was saying that they have hit this base, air defense system base, but he visited there, so that was all a lie. That said, there is a need to insulate strategy from populist sloganeering, and prime time TRP was very important. Author is saying we don't need to spill the beans. We need to insulate this strategy. We need to protect the strategy, not just keep giving up the details to everyone, especially media. India's stakes are high and they must not be held hostage by the designs of Pakistan's terrorists. So, of course, we need to do everything possible to protect ourselves, including protecting our strategy, which are, of course, unacceptable. Quiet diplomacy, okay? अपना काम करने दो, don't ज़्यादा प्रचार मत करो, kind of thing. And covert, secret options may not be suitable for TRP media wars. That is not good for TRP media, but can be extremely useful in the pursuit of the country's strategic interest. Actually, काम ये चीजें करेंगी, but we have to make sure we keep them away from media, and hence, as a result, media wars. While India should not be unsettled by Pakistan's nuclear saber rattling, this means this is like a posture taken by military, a stance taken by military. So while India should not lose its focus, घबराना नहीं है, unsettle नहीं होना है by Pakistan's saber rattling nuclear stand, it is also time India took the lead with other partner countries, India along with other countries, to start a new global conversation of the risk of nuclear weapons. So you see, this threat should not move India, should not bring India into fear, but we should take this opportunity and discuss with other allies, with other countries who will understand the risk of nuclear weapons. The dangers of a nuclear conflict are far too serious to be ignored. Of course, no, everyone will understand this. And discussions within India and the world should be cognizant of that. So everyone should be mindful of the repercussions. We cannot ignore the dangers, the repercussions of nuclear conflict. While India's position against third-party interference in India-Pakistan relations is a historically established position, our position against Pakistan is nothing new. It has been like that. It must also build global opinion against Pakistan's strategy. It means we have to talk to other countries. They should also understand what is going wrong in Pakistan. Of terrorism and nuclear blackmail, that doesn't work. It is the wrong move for the country. And the other countries apart, India understands, has always understood. But what about the other countries? So we want their favor as well. तो ये यहाँ पे बोला जा रहा है. Okay. So, some vocabulary will do. Anything which is volatile is vispodak, asthir. So, something unstable, anytime it can go reactive, explosive, turbulent, is volatile. Fig leaf, fig actually जो होता है वो it's the dry fruit and the fruit that we all अंजीर जिसे बोलते हैं, but okay, let's not go into that. Fig leaf का meaning दिखावे की बात है, होती pretentious, camouflage करती हैं कई बार ये leaf. So that's there. Emanate is कहीं से निकलना, originate करना, radiation जैसे निकलना. Saber rattling is युद्ध की धमकी. Okay, this is a very specific phrase. We cannot just use it anywhere. Okay, so warmongering, military posturing, signaling that we are coming for you, like that. Surgical strikes is precision attack. We are targeting, but it is very precisely targeted to only harm or retaliate against the terrorist. It's not like the civil lives are on the line. तो उसे surgical strike बोलते हैं. Insulate is सुरक्षित रखना, shield, isolate, protect. Insulation क्यों करा जाता है? किसी metal को protect करने के लिए. Similarly, in general also, if you want to protect something from someone, हम insulate करें. Populist is crowd pleasing. Any kind of opinion, if it is a populist opinion, if it is a populist strategy, it is something that is mostly done for the listeners, for the people. Okay. TRP wars, sensationalism driven reporting. Some reportings which जस्ट डन सो दैट टीआरपी आ सके, तो उसे हम ये बोलते हैं ब्रोकर्ड। ब्रोकर करना, ब्रोकर एज अ वर्ब, मध्यस्थता करना, निगोशिएट करना, अरेंज करना। डील्स आर ऑफन ब्रोकर्ड बिटवीन कंट्रीज, बिटवीन पार्टीज, ओके। तभी तो जो ब्रोकर करते हैं उनको ब्रोकरी मिलती है, दे गेट एन इंसेंटिव। कोवर्ट इज सीक्रेट, छुपा हुआ, अंडरकवर। कॉग्निजेंट इज बीइंग अवेयर ऑफ, माइंडफुल ऑफ, दिमाग में रखना, अपने कॉन्शियस में रखना। रिआइटरेट इज बार बार रिपीट करना, रीस्टेट, रीअफर्म, दोहराना। कैटेगोरिकल इज एन एडजेक्टिव दैट मीन्स क्लियर कट, ये है तो ये है। एनीथिंग विच इज अनइक्विवोकल, एक्सप्लिसिट, नो हिडन मीनिंग, एज इट इज ऑन द फेस वैल्यू। असर्शन, एक प्रकार का दावा, नॉट अ सिंपल स्टेटमेंट। What I'm talking to you is also a statement, but that is not an assertion. Any kind of declaration कि ऐसा हुआ या ऐसा करेंगे with force, एक प्रकार का दावा, इस statement को हम assertion कहते हैं। Cool? तो ये आपके words हो गए। अब है आपकी पारी to figure out some things. चलो, subject verb agreement बताइए। First line. What is the subject and what is the main verb? Make sure to like and share the session, guys. It means a lot. Subject and verb of the highlighted sentence, marked sentence. Thank you, Shreyash. Address verb. Okay. Okay. There are two subjects here. First is address, first noun of the sentence, and his visit. So there are two separate things happening. Address एक अलग बात है, subject number one. Then and his visit, which is entirely a different thing. They cannot be same idea. So this is subject number two. Both of them were reassuring. ये मैंने explain करते time भी आपको बता दिया था, by the way. So subject one, address, visit, joined by and. Whenever two singulars joined by and is used and they don't give one idea, we use a plural subject. Okay? Good job, guys. जिन्होंने सही समझा. आगे. Part of speech. It is an adverb, part of speech. Next word. Next. After this word part of speech, this words part of speech, I want you to tell me subject and verb agreement of this sentence. This is verb third form as adjective. How do we know it? Because approach, which is a noun, उसको समझा रहा है. Yes, it is adjective. Subject verb agreement of this sentence. Visit, disprove the claim. So visit is the noun singular, disprove B2 is used, so subject verb agreement इतना matter नहीं करता, but that's the respective verb. Okay, the summary goes like this. Tell me the tone of this before I show you at least one word. What is the tone of this passage? Okay, that's what you have to answer. Of this article, tone kya hai? So the editorial highlights PM Modi's firm messaging during a critical period of India-Pakistan tension. His national address and frontline visit signal a doctrine shift. Now we will not tolerate, no more tolerance for Pakistan's justification that terrorists are non-state actors. This was the highlight of the passage. The continuation of Operation Sindoor, the firm stance on Indus Waters Treaty, and emphasis on national interest, all these highlight, underscore this evolved strategy, a newer strategy. Modi's refusal to concede to external mediation, he refused including the claims that US held and his advocacy, mark a new phase in our foreign policy. Editorial urges insulating, protecting our national strategy from the populist media pressure that everyone should be part of it, and instead quietly doing the work, leveraging quiet diplomacy, operations which are secret, covert operations, and getting international opinion to counter the Pakistan's nuclear saber rattling and state-sponsored terror. बताओ टोन क्या है? एक ही वर्ड बता दो तो भी चलेगा. Anyone? It's a serious tone. So first of all, it's strategic. It's something that is talking about the old strategy versus the new one that we are going to adopt. It's diplomatic. Okay, because it has diplomacy. It's not aggressive. It's how we can do things just by changing opinion. Assertive. There is a declaration in the whole article. We'll do some MCQs now. Answer is C. What shift in India's foreign policy does the editorial primarily highlight? Our clear stance linking terrorism to the Pakistani state. Till now, we have heard a lot that it is the independent group, but now we have changed this stance. C is your answer. Next one. The answer to the second one is also C. The reference of the fig leaf of non-state actors implies that Pakistan's defense is a superficial excuse. It's a cover-up to deny state involvement. Good job, you remember. Answer to the third one is B. Why does editorial caution against populist sloganeering and TRP wars? Why is now this is what you will have to this is an indirect, maybe you can call it little bit of inference based question, because such theatrics distract from strategic and diplomatic objectives. These are distracting, these are something जो हमारी strategy को खराब करेंगे. So B is the answer for this one. Answer to this one is C. What is editorial's position regarding US President's claim of brokering talks? It states Modi rejected any external inference. He is rejecting the claim. ये मैंने आपको अभी थोड़ी देर पहले भी बताया था summary. Answer to fifth one is definitely C. Why does editorial propose India initiate global dialogue on nuclear risk? Because nuclear threats are not taken seriously enough internationally, so we need to maneuver them. We need to maneuver the countries. Any detection questions? Would you like to give me an exact answer here? Mr. Modi's assertion that India would not, world first form, tolerate cross border terrorism and India would stay the course on its strategic interests. Assertion was central to something. तो यहाँ पे was आएगा. Good job, guys. Next question. For the second one, answer is C. Despite the claims, कैसे provocative claims from whom? Pakistan. सही है. India's approach has been how? Has been adjective. होता है. सही है. Calculated and guided by, not through. कि एक external agent guide कर रहा है. Guided by national interest, not external pressures or media theatrics. Okay, so there you go. Has been, has V3. So has been. So you, whenever you have anything जो किसी state में रहा है, has, have, had, we can use with been something that has something as it was earlier, it is still in the same shape, in the same configuration or anything. So we can use any of the helping verbs with been, which itself can act as V3. And then we will use an adjective. She has been happy. They have been excited. She has been sad. So it can be any adjective that can be helpful in explanation of how the noun is, how the subject is. Question number 3. Aisha. The editorial proposes that India should initiate a new conversation on nuclear risk and mobilize parallelism. Should initiate and should do one more thing. So we want the verb form over here. ZE लिखोगे तो भी चलेगा. American और British English का difference है. So mobilize, not mobilizing. International opinion that is against the coercive strategies. Kiski, the strategies belong to Pakistan, so apostrophe S is good to go. Next one. Answer to this one. It's very, very easy. There is no error. India's diplomatic and military posture. Diplomatic adjective, military adjective. In this sense, posture is singular. It is designed not only to neutralize threats but also sends a signal. So it is designed not only to do something but it also sends. If you see, verb का parallelism maintained है. A signal to whom? To adversaries. About what? About superiority. What type of defensive superiority? किसकी? Country की. Well, while TRP-driven narratives dominate domestic discourse. Okay, narratives, they dominate this. It is covert actions and quiet diplomacy. So it is temporary subject for which I'm using is. It is actually something else. While he is sad, it is his brother who was crying a lot over something. Matlab, it is just to give a temporary starting, temporary subject, mostly use why. So it is covert actions and quiet diplomacy that have, because actions and diplomacy in actions in itself is plural, so that have proved more effective in protecting long-term interests. समझ में आया यहाँ पे? Is this one clear कि यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? Yeah, that's it. So um, that's all we have. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here, and you will soon get the PDF. Talk to our team, contact with them, and you will get more details on how you can be a part of our Telegram group. Okay, take care. Do check out our courses that are available on our website. They are really helpful, exam focused, exam targeted. So, and you get mentorship. What else you need, right? It's a complete package. So do check it out. Okay. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, share.